Okay, how's everybody doing today, or tonight, this evening? As you see, the streets are pretty quiet here tonight. Of course, my name is Kent. On the channel is EOS San Diego, Crypto Kent, whatever you prefer. I don't really care at this point. Just as long as you watch my videos, I don't care what you call me. So anyway, I want to talk a little bit tonight about a central bank digital currency, because Chairman Powell has actually given it a little bit of definition. He's defined it. So when he defines it, you know it's probably going to happen. And it's going to have 4 elements to it. I'll read the 4 elements to you here real quick so we can talk about this central bank digital currency. Now it's going to be on, you're going to have a digital wallet from the feds here pretty quick. It's going to be an intermediary. So it's going to be intermediary. What does that mean? It's going to mean it's going to be able to be used between people. It's going to be able to be between intermediary, whatever the word means. I tried to look it up and get a definition. Obviously, he's using words that are kind of vague in definition. So intermediary means it's basically going to be between people, between individuals. So I have a digital wallet. The vendor has a digital wallet. I'll be able to transfer tokens from my wallet directly to their wallet without the in-between third bank. What will be in between me and the vendor, or the place where I'm spending the tokens, will be the blockchain. Of course, the blockchain will be a centralized blockchain. It will be run by the feds. It may have several locations, but it will be digital, and that will be the point. It'll be quick transactions. Today we have slow transactions. We have transactions where it goes from me to the bank, back to the vendor, to the vendor, to the bank, back to me. And then of course, if there's several banks involved, there could be 3 or 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 banks involved. Bank of America, Wells Fargo, how many banks? Every time you have a bank involved, it's going to slow the process down and probably increase the cost. So these new digital wallets that we're going to get from the feds will be quick, and that's what they're trying to do: get quick access to money, move money around very quickly. The other thing it'll be able to help people that are in, times of trouble. So like when people are, for instance, with the hurricanes or weather or something like that. If you need immediate access to money from the feds, to buy supplies, food and water, you'll be able to get a direct injection of money into your digital wallet from the feds, without going to a bank first. So in other words, now, if they need to inject money to people quickly that are in a crisis situation, it would have to be done through a bank, and a bank, typically does not do things very quickly or efficiently. So if they do it quick, they can do it directly with a wallet and get the money right into your account. We used to do that in the early days of Challenge. In fact, we still do that. It's called a geolocation challenge. So if you're interested, if you were trying to, give somebody money from a geolocation, we could geo-track them from Google Map, incorporate that into our app, and be able to drop tokens to somebody from their cell phone if their cell phone was in that location. So digital wallets from the feds will be able to do the same thing. So intermediary, it'll be able to be used between people. The other thing he said it's going to have, number 2, it's going to be privacy protected. So obviously your privacy is going to be protected. It's going to be identity verified. So you're not going to be anonymous on this blockchain. Blockchain's going to be non-anonymous. People are going to know who you are. A lot of people have problems with that, but in crypto, there's a good side and bad side to being anonymous. The good side is nobody knows your transactions. The bad side is if you lose money, pretty hard to recover it. I know in the early days of EOS, they had systems to where people would be able to recover their money, but you see how that never really got established, or because people don't want reversible transactions on the blockchain. They want transactions to be anonymous and be completely unreversible, unable to be reversed. The other thing it'll be, the last thing it'll be is, what is the last thing it'll be? Hold on, I'm gonna get my glasses out. I can't read my own writing. So the 4 things it's going to be, hold on. Transferable. Okay, so the first is it's going to be intermediary. The last is going to be transfer. It's going to be the 4 things Chairman Powell said it'll be intermediary, between parties, privacy, identity verified, and transferable. So it'll be transferable. Maybe your wallet will be transferable to somebody else. I don't know exactly what he means. I don't think he knows what he means. I think he's just trying to put some terms behind this thing, but that's kind of what he's talking about. It is happening, though. It will happen. I know that for a fact. because in this world of digital money, you need a cheaper, faster way to move money around, and the banking system right now isn't very efficient. So yeah, that stuff is coming. But the main thing I think most people are concerned about is how's it going to affect Bitcoin? You know, will Bitcoin cease to exist because of a digital currency? Even I've seen people who say that it's going to go to zero because of a digital currency. But I don't think that's the case. I think this will just run alongside other cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin and Ethereum, EOS. It'll just be another digital currency, another digital coin, another digital wallet you'll be able to access. But it's not going to say, okay, now we have that, nobody will use Bitcoin. Bitcoin will be a separate system. Bitcoin will be a separate system that will run parallel with the digital bank system, the digital bank's digital currency. That's what I believe. The other thing I was going to say is I did make a video last night or the other night about, you know, basically the reason for the video was about the Ukraine conflict and about the technology the United States has made, giving technology to Ukraine to fight against the Russians. It's not a political statement. It was just a simple short about it. I had some people, you know, make some pretty rude comments. I didn't take the comments down. I think YouTube did. But I have no understanding what's going on over in Ukraine. I feel badly for the people in Ukraine and Russia. I think that they're suffering enormously. I feel bad that anybody would, you know, want to rewrite the boundaries of those countries and go in there and destroy somebody's life by, you know, causing conflict and a war. I usually get my news from other YouTubers, so if there's YouTubers in the area, I tend to listen to those YouTubers. That's where I put most of my the value of my information, not by listening to the U.S. News media or, you know, the BBC or even any of the others, Algeria or anything, some of the ones out of the Middle East. All the ones you want to listen to, I don't listen to any of them. I usually just listen to other YouTubers. So I believe that's, I'm not making a political statement, it's more making a statement about technology than I am about politics. And the final thing I want to say is that I'm going to put a link below for our challenge application. We have just a few more tokens we want to sell. Of course, the challenge tokens have been, you know, severely beat up by this crypto winter, this crash that we've been in so far in the last couple of years. So we're not going to sell anymore after a certain period, and we've only got a few left to sell. So if you want to buy some cryptocurrency at a severe discount, like decimal 0.00001, I don't even know how many zeros are ahead of the ones right now. But if you want to buy one at like 5 zeros and a 1, and maybe if it moves up to 3 zeros and a 1, you'll have a huge return. So, you know, that might not be a bad idea. I mean, back in the days where people bought pizzas with thousands of Bitcoin, 2 or 3, 4, 5, 10,000 Bitcoin to buy one pizza. Those are the days we are in with challenge right now. You know, thousands of challenge tokens to buy a pizza. And hopefully one day, if anything moves, you'll get a big return on that. So we got a few tokens left. I'll put the link below. You can buy them straight from the app. We're on Google, and we're also on Apple. So I appreciate you watching. Thanks a lot.